Shalom all, Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive, and welcome to Divinely Decked Tarot and Oracle Readings done Stacy style. And today I am so excited to be doing an unboxing of the Death Doula Oracle. Now, I know I'm a little behind the times. This deck came out in 2022. I did not know about this or find out about it. This is Mr. Neo who wants to be a part of the festivities today. I didn't find out about this until a few months ago. And when I saw this deck, at first I looked at the kind of the pictures online. It was on Etsy, and I was looking at all the pictures, and I was like, I don't know if this is really the kind of deck that I'm looking for. I'm very much in my tarot space right now, not so much in an oracle deck. But it was one of those things where, like, I said no to it, and then I kept going back to it. It kept calling me back. And I don't know, I must have looked at it 4 or 5 times before I finally just went ahead and said, okay, I'm going to do this. And ironically, it took me so long to get it. I finally, paid for it or whatever. I bought it in, I think it was the end of May or the beginning of June. And it didn't arrive. Today is the 14th of July. It did not arrive until yesterday, last night. And so, I was waiting with bated breath. I'd finally made the decision, to get this deck. And I was like, oh my God, why can't it be here yesterday? And I waited 6 weeks for it. And I thought, oh my God, is it coming from India? Is it coming from China? No, it was coming from Washington. So, still West Coast, and I still had to wait a long time, but I'm hoping that it's going to be worth the wait. All of the reviews say so. And so here we are looking at this beautiful, it's simple, it's clean, it's white with a very simple gold gilded, simple font. I'm just loving it. I'm loving how clean it is. The Death Doula Oracle has been influenced by the teachings of a wide variety of spiritual sentiments, mental health practices, the art of astrology, alchemy, and mysticism. For those beginning their spiritual journey or those who wish to maintain alignment with their innate divine spark, this deck is for you. Wow. Okay. So I just realized I forgot my my little opener. So we're going to see if my crazy ass long nails can do it. Otherwise, we're going to have to edit this video in order for me to get into the deck. Okay, these long ass nails, you'd think they'd be good for something, right? But here we are, and here we go. All right, so, loving the energy. Definitely loving the energy. I just love the cleanness of this. And, I think one of the reasons, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, that was maybe turned off by this at first was the idea of the death doula. Now, I don't have a problem with death doulas. I'm friends with death doulas. I recommend death doulas. I intend to use one if and when the time comes that I'm requiring that. But to have an oracle deck that is all about that, I wasn't quite sure that was something that I wanted to go into. But the imagery really called to me. So let's take a look. And the box is gorgeous. I love the tree. I love the reflection approach to the tree, that we've got the same tree, but it's upside down. It's a tree all on the box as well. And so for those of you who have watched a lot of my my review videos, you know that I absolutely love when they do a little slidey thing rather than a cellophane, because it just protects the cards. So wow, these are really gorgeous. Again, that clean, smooth, simple back with the gold gilding and a single dot. It's our potential, right? This is our life and this is our death. The Death Doula Oracle, it's got a nice sized book, a smaller print, so you can tell that, there's no pictures here. So it condenses the information. It has a rituals, practices, and meditations section. That's kind of cool. Sexual embodiment practice. Apparently that's something I need to focus on at this point, because that's what I stopped at. So first thing I saw, somatic healing. TMI, Stacy, TMI. Therapeutics, understanding your high self, visual mantra meditation. They've got a number of spreads here that you can engage in. So it really looks like they are giving you information about each of the cards, but they're just short and sweet. And the rest of the book is really the rituals and practices. So that's kind of cool. I like that. All right, let's take a peek at the cards. So they are definitely a larger sized card. They're larger than your traditional oracle card. They're long, lengthwise, and I have big hands, so it's not a hard thing for me to navigate, but for most people that would be a challenge. So I would say everybody would need to sort of shuffle lengthwise rather than widthwise. The card quality is pretty good. It's a thinner card than I was expecting. I like that it's a matte finish, so we don't have a lot of shine. I feel like that makes the gilding stand out, which I absolutely love. Let's see if you can see the dot in the center. Yeah. All right, let's take a peek. Oh, the Void. This was one of the cards that really drew me to this deck. I just love this. I love that it's the black and we've got these flowers that are coming out of the black, pieces of flowers. We've got some, dead flowers, dead leaves, and we've also got the fresh and the Void is the pure potential. So I love that. Visual mantra. Oh, very interesting. So it almost seems like there's, the captchas that we have on the annoying captchas that you have to go through 17 to prove that you're not a freaking robot. They always have like numbers, and I feel like there's a number here, and it's just a hint of it. I feel like there's a 3, a 0, maybe a 1, and something else. So visual mantra, when I stare into that, I can get lost in that. Most of it is white. You've got this little bit in the center and a little bit on the bottom. So again, I think it's interesting that it comes right after the Void. So it's like the Void is starting to show up, things coming out. The Vision, this is beautiful. A figure of a face in the background of this collage. Work. One of the things that I really liked about the idea of this deck was that it allowed me to access my intuition. That yes, it's got a keyword, but I can also get lost in this image. Like, when you have not a screwdriver, a wrench, we've got a wrench here, and the wrench is, wound around, there's wire around it. That can give you a message, one message. And then you've got a door hinge here. These are the things that when you're really, especially when you're doing your inner work, your internal work, this is definitely a deck that I'm going to use for myself a lot. These are the kinds of things that really make you think. They make you open up. You hear the intuitive message, and then you're able to dive a little further into it. Witness love. Wisdom. See, there's nothing like specific. And yet when I look at this, it makes sense that this would be wisdom. Wisdom is earned through chaos. Wisdom isn't easy, isn't pretty all the time. Wisdom comes from the storm, from the wind blowing things around, charred bits of things around. That's where the wisdom comes. Unprocessed. Oh, yes. Does this ever look like an unprocessed mess? I swear to you, this is how my insides look on a regular basis. There's always something that I'm working on. There's always something that is coming up for me to say, that's interesting. Why did I do that? Why did I think that? Why am I feeling this way? Truth. Oh, I love this. I love that they've got crystals. Just a hint of color, a hint of the red standing out, and the rest of it is very natural, nature-like energy. True will. So there's the reflection of the tree on either side. The reflection is smooth. I like that it's not broken up by water, that it's actually sky energy. So air, lots of air and earth. Torpid. I love these flowers. These are incredible. This makes me think a little bit of the 9 of Swords in the Tarot. Thrombosis. This brings me into my sci-fi energy. So Star Trek original series, the Tholians, the Tholian web. Of course, it's a chain link fence. Techno cleanse. Oh, interesting. I like all the wiring. It almost is, well, I shouldn't say it. It's in the shape of, I see something phallic there. Most people probably wouldn't. I guess that's where my mind is going today. I drew the sexual the sexual page in the book, and now I'm seeing phallic symbols everywhere. Oh boy. Okay, surrender. Yes, all these thorns. Like, where are you going to get through that without getting unscathed? So it's just surrender. This is a full stop. What's coming next? Oh, the sun. Beautiful. This reminds me of another sun card in my Guiding Light Tarot deck. Love that. Love the two colors. Solitude. Oh, beautiful. It's skin. At first, you don't think it's skin. You think it's sort of a textured wall. But this is skin. Beautiful. The shadow. You know, my mind also goes like to the artistry of it. Like, what are all of the objects that stepped in to create this this particular experience? Sorry, I'm seeing that things are getting a little out of focus. Sometimes that happens with darker images. So in case you weren't able to see, let me just go through some of that so you can see the cards. Hopefully the rest haven't been fuzzy for you guys. Sexuality. So yeah, from an artistry perspective, I always find it really interesting, the everyday items or the unusual items that can spark or inspire things that are, like connected to the words of serenity and, sexuality. How do we depict those things, right? I always find that really fascinating. Serenity, sensuality, romance. I love the flames that are on the side of this card. Ritual. Remothering. This was another one that stood out to me. Death Doula, it's the card deck that helps you to do a lot of that shadow work. And it's a perfect transformation deck. Transformation cards, right? It's transformation is the birth, death, and rebirth cycle. This is a deck that I feel is really going to help you to work through a lot of those transformational phases that I talk about. I always talk about the phases of the phoenix. This card deck, I feel really embodies a lot of that regeneration. Positioning. Oh, interesting. It's like it's an X-ray almost. Odyssey. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel with these two because there are no people in it. It's just sort of nature and artwork, but so far I'm loving it. Obsession. Yeah, this definitely feels like obsession. I don't know about you guys, but my OCD and my ADD stuff kicks in. Oh, I'm like a dog with a bone. New narratives. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, the word anger is in here. See if there are any other words. No, I'm not seeing any other words. Anger. Oh, it says angel. Isn't that interesting? I saw anger, but then I saw angel. So maybe that's it. When you're angry, you shift the narrative. Connect with your angels. Connect with your angel self. Moon. This is gorgeous. It's like the surface of the moon. Manifest self. This makes me think a little bit of Star Wars, the original, with Luke going to, when he was living back home. Malleable. Gorgeous. Magic. Loving the colors in that. Those are definitely Stacy colors. Lower world. Oh, I love that. And I love that the lower world is the purple. That's the intuition, right? That's our sovereignty. That's where we, begin and end, where we come from. Growth. Oh, so there's a person. So there are the occasional people that come into the mix, but they aren't the main focus of the card. The Grove. Oh, that's pretty. There is not a fox in here, but I am seeing a fox in here. That's interesting. I love the pink and the green, the heart chakra, totality of the heart. Grace. Oh, interesting. So we have nature mixed with metal, man-made stuff, rusty cable, and these beautiful tulips. And soil, fresh soil, and maybe not so fresh soil. From the ashes. Yeah, that's something that always brings me hope, is after a forest fire, the soil is so repurposed and transformed that other new things have the opportunity to grow. And I love that. This is one of my favorite cards. I saw this on the Etsy site too. Formlessness. I can just get lost in that. And there's just a slight, ever so slight little dot. So it's just a reminder of that potential. Wayfinding. I think the dot is in each of the cards because I'm noticing that element as well. So again, the pure potential that we are, like, this is our life, but this is also our death. We're small and insignificant, and therefore we are rare and precious. Wayfinding. Fear. This does invoke a little fear in me because it's like what the fuzzy. Fuggy is fuzzy and fuzzy and fuzzy all at the same time. Foggy and fuzzy. I can't see it. There's almost for me, there's like an irrational fear of like, I can't see clearly. Exaltation. Ooh, that's so cool. I like that. I almost want to look at it upside down. There's something psychological there going on. Embodiment. Ooh, that's so pretty. And the tulip is upside down. A lot of movement, motion, drift. Beautiful. Disruption. Yeah. Something is invading this beautiful nature scene. Dishonesty. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's bringing up all sorts of things. Connect with the dead. Ooh. Yeah, there's almost like a spine tingling when I'm looking at that. There's definitely, I'm having visceral reaction in the body. Conjure. Compassionate memories. Cleanse. Calcination. Oh, this is cool. It's like chopsticks. Beauty in death. Balance. Art. Angel of incidents. Access the dark. Ooh, that's cool. Abyssal plane. Abyssal plane? Abyssal plane. I'll get it. Virus. Shutout. Vortex. Something I can't read. It looks like something out of a newspaper article. Pleasure. Yes. Abyssal plane. Apologies for that. Wow. Okay. So in true Stacy fashion, I'm going to shuffle this up and we're going to do a little card pull to see how this deck wants to work with anyone that is interested in working with it. Pleasure. So it's interesting because, the Death Doula, like I said, it's really about shadow work. But I think it's interesting. It's like, it's saying we're going to make the shadow work and the exploration into the transformative aspects of life pleasurable. We're going to give you the information that you need in a pleasurable way, in a unique way, in a way that you can't necessarily predict. And let me just see if I can find find the message for pleasure. I'm hoping that it's, yeah, it looks like it's alphabetical order, thank goodness. Sometimes they aren't, and that drives me nuts. Pleasure. Find what brings you pleasure. Nourish your desires and seek moments of satisfaction. This card encourages one to follow the day at hand in search of a genuine smile. Wow. Oh my goodness, guys. I am so excited to be working with this deck. I know that this is going to show up in other compilation deck reviews, review videos, because I can tell this is definitely going to get some desk time. This is going to get some play time. That is the Divinely Decked for this week. As always, sending you guys so much love. Thank you so much for joining me on this. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. I just love having a community to be able to share one of my passions with. So I hope you guys have the most amazing week, and we will see you on the flip side. Take care and transform well. That's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was great to connect with you guys. Please like, subscribe, and comment for more content like this. And feel free to follow me on Blue Sky for even more content every single day. Can't wait to see you guys next week for another installment of Black Feather Couture, Divining the VIP Life.